and welcome back to part 21 of Pokemon Yellow. Last part, we took on Giovanni at Viridian City, and he was a joke. And in this part, we are not taking on the Pokemon League, but this is not a filler part, I promise, guys. We are going to do a little bit of legendary hunting. And for those who don't know, legendary Pokemon are Pokemon who are really rare. They're rare, and they're not really common. Well, that's why they're rare. They're not Pokemon that you would see in normal wild unless you're cheating, and usually really strong. So, for the first Pokemon, for the first legend, I'm all over the place, guys. I'm sorry. For the first legendary, you want to go before the entrance of Rock Tunnel, and then surf to the right of it to the power plant. And before we even get to it, we are fighting a Pokemaniac. For some reason, and I think you know the rules, guys. They're throwing out something new. Again, this is another chance to train, get your experiences. This is up. So, yeah. Honestly, recording this right after the last part, so yeah. And we got a Licky Tongue. And honestly, when I first saw it, and maybe because I was just thinking of Corsola, which is a Pokemon that comes into play next gen. Just a pink. I thought it was a water type, but it's just a pure normal type. So I don't know what's up with that. But no problem. And it doesn't get a evolved form, either evolved form or pre-evolved form, until like what, Gen 4 or 5 with the Licky Licky, which sounds crazy in itself. So, but yeah, welcome to the power plant, guys. And the gimmick of the power plant is there are some Pokeballs that aren't items at all. They are Voltorbs or Electrodes. So we're gonna see right here, I believe. Yeah, so it's not an item at all. It's just a Pokemon. And honestly, don't do what I do here, which is run away from them. I think I was just over it. I would train, like, use this time to fight, but I was just trying to get to the end of it. So, because they're like all over the place. Here you can find TM33 as well, and TM33 is Reflect. And honestly, Reflect is actually a pretty good move. You use it, and it raises the defense of, I think, your entire party. But it's just one of those moves that I don't use because I'm just always on the attack. I always want to keep attacking. Only time I ever use like a defensive type move is if I'm desperate, or if like I know I can get away with using it just to buff up my stats a little bit. That's the only time. We have TM25, and TM25 is Thunder! And Thunder is just a more powerful Thunderbolt, but it's less accurate. Until I believe next gen, where they introduce Rainy Day. And how that is just use Rainy Day, and then Thunder will continuously hit for 100% accuracy no matter what. So, but I decided to teach it to Shenron because I wanted to give Shenron another more variety in his moves. And honestly, Thunder saves my life, but we're gonna get to that. The power plant is not a big dungeon at all, so honestly, if you're not like looking for these items, you can probably clear this in like 2 minutes, maybe even less. But you know us, we gotta explore everything, so. And I also forgot to explore that, but I think there are only Voltorbs over there, so. I do know in the future generations, you can just continuously use repels if you have them, so that's pretty. Yeah, that's something I wish I had, but it's all good. It's not that hard to open up your menu and then fucking click max repel. Oh my gosh, so much work. We have an Electrode, and again I ran away instead of fighting it, but So we're honestly reaching the end. And so we come to and we see a, what is this? It's a bird. Pidgey? Firo? Well, I'm saving the game for a reason, because it's neither of them. I also mentioned it's a legendary Pokemon, so you have to make sure you have your balls if you want to catch them. And, yo! That's right. We have Zapdos. This is an electric bird legendary Pokemon, so Zapdos is an electric flying, so it's a normal or neutral damage. Normally it would do neutral. Normally electric type moves would do neutral damage, but you know the whole Gen 1 thing, it will be super effective. So, and the cool thing about Gen 1, I think Gen 2 too, but I think it's only Gen 1. When you throw a Pokeball, whatever, and well, it's better to show you, so we'll get to that, just to help better explain explain what I'm talking about. But just like with any Pokemon, especially rare Pokemon, but just like with any Pokemon, you want to weaken them as best as you can, and then just chuck a bunch of balls at it. Pause. So that's actually perfect. That's like 1 health, paralyzed, and so now all we gotta do is chuck a bunch of balls at it. Ultra Ball's the best one, so that's what I'm saying. So when you in Gen 1, when you missed the Pokemon, you didn't get it. But I think it's once you get it in the ball, it's like a guarantee that you caught it already. So 1, 2, 3, and Zapdos is ours. And so yeah, that's like how you know you got the Pokemon, because, or the legendary, because you got it in the ball. If it misses, then you don't get it, but if it does, then it's yours. We got Zappy, the Zapdos, and the exit is right there, so you're good. So we use instant transmission, and we're also gonna explore the Seafoam Islands, or the route to the Seafoam Islands. And I was gonna mention it now that the birds are named Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. And you know, uno, 1 in Spanish, dos, 2 in Spanish, tres, 3 in Spanish. So that's pretty cool. But I'm not gonna lie, I just got confused. I was like, when did Pikachu just leave us and go to it's another Pikachu? But yeah, so we're on our way to Seafoam Islands. So that's down and to the left from Fuchsia, or just straight right from Cinnabar Island. So we're gonna explore both. And my dumbass thought that this was like the incorrect way to go. So yeah, we're gonna get to that, but so like showing off the right of Cinnabar Island actually was just pointless, but I just wanted to show it off later on. And because these are optional, these guys are just being deleted off screen. We're killing them off screen. Another move that they introduced in, is it Gen 3? Dive. And Dive is just like a water type dig, and it's alright, but that's another thing that I hate, that they introduce so many HMs. And I'm glad for Gen 5, I think, where they just get rid of HMs, or they get rid of the idea of HMs, right? They become normal TMs, but you still need them to, you still need to use them in the Outworld. And I've never played Gen 5 and onward, so I don't know when they stop using HMs or TMs in general for the Outworld, but I do think that that's a cool aspect, but just having so many in a game is just annoying. Like, I know in Gen 3, there's so much. You need Dive, you need Waterfall, you need Rock Smash, you need all this stuff. Like, bro, get Get some fucking brass knuckles that increase your strength. Break the rock. Get some scuba gear. You can dive. Waterfall, you got me there, but like it's just. I remember when I played it in college, played Gen 3 in college, and it was my Nuzlocke run too. It was just a lot. Like I'm just like, damn. And I wouldn't say it's my favorite gen, but my favorite Pokemon is from that gen. So, what a gen to be a part of, right? But yeah. When we get to there sooner, when we get to there in the future, I don't know what I'm gonna do because that's just a lot. But we already know who I'm gonna pick for my starter, so that's like the only game where I'm like, I know my starter. You can't choose it, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah. So, and I do want to start. Well, yeah, I do want to play or get the chance to play the Gen 4 games. I never really played it fully. I played like a little bit of Platinum, I think, and then a little bit of Soul Silver, but I never really played them fully. Never got the chance to experience it in its glory. So, and then the rest, obviously Gen 5 and above, never got to play it at all, which sucks because again, I'm more of a console guy, right? Like I play most of my games on my consoles. When I was younger, I had like the Game Boy, and that's when I would play. But when I got older, I never really invested in the DS. Never invested in the 3DS. And so I missed out on those games. And I wouldn't say like I lost my love for Pokemon because I love Pokemon. I just couldn't I couldn't immerse myself anymore into the community. But I'm still here, guys. Just not as knowledgeable as, you know, the rest of the community. I'm trying to get there. But anyways, we are at the Seafoam Islands, and we are in the dungeon of the Seafoam Islands. One thing I would say is make sure you have a Pokemon with strength. And again, we have our power to move rocks into these holes. So make sure you do that because it'll just help us get where we need to go. Honestly, like once I pushed those rocks in the holes and I found out what I was doing, I was like, huh. And I also just like said, fuck exploring this place once I did that because there's no reason to. I'm only here for one thing, and that's that legendary Pokemon, baby. So, and I don't know if you heard that, guys. I'm sorry. Living in New York, you know, if you live in New York, if you live in New York, or if you live in just an urban setting, then you understand there are a lot of things out of your control because motherfuckers don't know how to be silent while you're recording. But yeah, what I was gonna say is that actually, I lost my train of thought. Just keep pushing the rocks down the holes. And that we're here for the legendary Pokemon. And it's around... Is it this part? No, it's not this part. I think it's... And honestly, I could have cut this out because, like, just going back and forth to get the rocks, but, I mean, it's not that much, you know? Is it this part? No, it's not this part. There's a specific part with a puzzle with rocks that you need to do to help your progress. Guys, I don't know what the hell is wrong with me, but I can't speak right now. But then again, you guys know that from my previous parts that I can't speak at all, so is that really new for you guys? Is that really new? I don't think so. I think it's here. I actually think like doing this is pointless. Like these rocks are pointless. But why not do them anyways? So this is the puzzle that I was talking about where you need to push the rocks down here in order to get where you need to go. So again, make sure you have your strength guy, which is power for us, and follow what I'm doing, and you'll be fine to get where you need to go. And make sure you think a little bit ahead, because I would have fucked myself over with that one. So you push. This one is easy. Go down, and make sure you do both, because one rock's not gonna cut it. So, and once you push this rock down, you'll be good to go down the hole. Either hole's fine. And I don't know why I did that. And yeah, so if those rocks are not there, there's a current that pushes you down. Right? And so I was like, oh wow, I think I went the right way, I think, for Seafoam Islands, and got where I needed to go. So we have another bird. So again, saving here. And let's get into it, baby. Again, make sure you have your Pokeballs and all that stuff set. I throw Jolts up because I'm trying to, again, catch it, so... And here we have Articuno. Yeah. So Articuno is ice flying. So again, make sure that you can paralyze it, or, you know, inflict the status effect. The ice beam is going to destroy us. So that's why I threw Jolt out first, to make sure that we get something going. And then from here is just, you know, luck, kind of. But what I was saying was, like, that current will take you out and take you away from here, away from Articuno. So when I was exploring the right, or going, you know, from Fusion City to here, I was thinking it was the wrong way to go. So I was like, okay. And then once I found this puzzle, I'm like, huh, I actually did it the right way. And now exploring the right of Cinnabar Island will be pointless, but it's all good, you know. And the good thing about Oogway is he's a tank, and ice won't really do much damage to him. So again, just, you know, whittle the health down, do as best as you can, and it's all luck too. So that's, again, perfect health to be at, and then you chuck your balls. And thankfully in Gen 2 they introduced False Swipe and False Swipe. I would have used False Swipe here just to get that extra hit, the extra point off, and it'll be at 1 health, and then, you know, it'll help. But it doesn't take too long, again, to catch Articuno. Throwing like 3 balls at it takes us down easily, because, you know, it's still level 50. I think all of them are. But Volby is actually a terrible choice because grass, but and I'm lying, because I think I said it doesn't take that long. Yeah, it took like maybe 6 or 7 balls, but not too much. I do like how the color of the Pokeball changes to the color of the Pokemon too, though. Should have mentioned that way back in like part 1, but it's all good. And we're gonna call our Articuno, who it's not gonna be on our team, but, you know, it's okay to name it Chills, or like in Ben 10, Big Chill. Something like that. And yeah, so I used Dig there, but then just some not even tricky editing. It was just terrible editing. Like I didn't even master the fact that Dig didn't take me there. But now we're going to explore the right of Cinnabar Island, and like I said, pretty useless, because there's no new trainers, and I already explored the Seafoam Islands. So yeah. I just want to show it off to show you guys, like, you know. And of course, you can't forget the Max Repels, baby. That's the best item in the game, baby. on now. And here's where I want to make sure that, you know, we gotta get... Ooh, who the hell was that? We gotta get Shenron to be the wish-granting dragon that he can be. So, we gotta train. And again, these are optional. They don't have anything new. We've already seen them, so this is just like EXP fodder. Like, we're just getting them, and then... And that sounds kind of... That's a pause. My boyfriend gave me big pearls. Pause. It's very sexual. That's very sexual innuendos up in here. But I was saying, like, train, because Dragonair don't evolve until level 55, baby. So, check out my buffs. Never mind. I was gonna do that, but no, I can't. And look, we're already here. Nothing new, and then just this guy we gotta fight. And I just think I should show it off because it's, I guess, just to end the part off on a battle. So technically, I want... It's either I want the wrong way, or like either way works, and I just want the wrong way about it. But I don't know. I'm not. Again, I don't have a guide on standby. I'm just going with the flow, guys. But look, we're reaching the end. So yeah. Oh, never mind. We have a new Pokemon. Seal. That's why I'm showing it off. And Seal, it's Seal, but spelled differently. Oh my gosh. Stupid ass shit. But yeah, we've explored Seafoam Islands. We've got both of our legendary birds. It's a third one, but we'll get to that. Because we are reaching the end of part 21. I will see you guys in part 22. Peace.